Hi, today I'm going to show you just how easy it can be for salespeople to follow up quickly and easily with their activities by using what we call an activity dashboard, in combination with a script that we wrote at Lucid Switch, which allows you to bring in the functionality of the activity module right into the lead record. By doing this, we can actually track our activity notes right in the same layout as our record, and at the same time have the ability to modify any of the other fields inside of our sales lead, all without having to flip back and forth between screens. What you're looking at here is what we call an activity dashboard. You'll see here that I've created reports with the fields such as assigned to name, sales lead name, subject, due, assigned at, lead source, telephone, state. Of course, these are completely customizable to the information that you want. I just like to see, for instance, when an activity is due, when it was also assigned at. So I know this is due today, it was assigned today, so this to me indicates that it's a new lead. Now, every day when a salesperson logs in, they can see a dashboard with different activities that are due. We can actually use a report for overdue activities, and you can create an additional report that shows activities more than X days overdue in order to keep certain activities from getting too far behind. Here we just illustrate activities due tomorrow as well, just because we're going to show you how the follow-up activity will appear when we run our script. So we're going to see that my activity is to follow up on a sent response for this lead, so I'm going to go ahead and call them up. Now I can start the dialing the call from here, and so after I start dialing the call, I'm going to click on my sales lead name. So by this time, maybe the phone has rang one time. I'm going to go down here. We're going to see that we have an internal note section. So this is basically where we brought in the activity record, sort of with custom fields inside of the sales lead. So that we have these different fields here. So we've got next step, complete and create new to do. There's complete and create new meeting. So what we do here is we're actually going to create. We're going to complete the old task that was already there, and we're going to create a new one. It's going to be due on tomorrow, which today is 9:30 in this case. And we've also created an activity purpose custom field, so we can, basically keep track of what the call was. So we're going to, let's just say this is a new call. We're going to assume that this person didn't answer the phone in this exercise here. So I'm going to go to attempting to contact one for my status because I've attempted to contact one. I'm just going to call this ZC2 because we want to make sure that it shows up at the top of our list here. And then I'm going to say that I left a voicemail and that I sent the WB1 email. So in this case, we actually created some emails that can be sent out at the same time. So now we can choose which email we want to get sent out. And in our script here, what happens is whatever we wrote here, this is just a code for, normally it's new NC2, it stands for new call to, but we put a Z there, just, you'll see why in a moment. So we'll call that ZC2. That's going to be the subject of our next activity. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hit save and close, and then I can go back to my dashboard and any other activities that are, happening today, because I've, been leaving a voicemail. I can just click on that and start going to the next one. So if I hit refresh, we'll see that today's activities now becomes empty. Now I've got my tomorrow's activities because I created this activity, same sales lead, the subject is ZC2, so in my mind I've created my own specific coding for these different subjects. I'm going to go ahead and click the sales lead name to open that back up again, and I'm going to show you exactly what happened. So if I click on the activities, we're going to see that this first activity, that follow-up that we saw, that's completed, and now we have a new activity with the status of new. Of course, in workbooks we can always see time tracking of what's going on here over time. But if I go back to the main tab here and see that my internal notes, it's going to show me that it was last updated, and it's going to timestamp it. It's going to put everything under here. So now when I want to go ahead and create my next activity, I'm doing the same exact thing. So all I have to do is put ZC3 or whatever it might be, and then I can write some notes, or if the person answers, I would change that. Now, of course, in emails too, we're also going to see that I created that WB1, and it also had sent that email at the same time. So it sent out this maximizing your sales pipeline with workbooks. That's an email that we used for the first time that someone hasn't answered the phone. And so basically, you can see that those are the different things that happened all by hitting that save and close. So the next step is I'm just going to show you how creating a lead and some of the automation that led to this first thing in the process. So basically we're done with this activity portion of it. So I've showed you how easy it is to integrate the activity module, and everything's in here. If the person answers, I can fill out my other custom fields and different things like that. And I'll just show you the automation that we use when we create a new lead. So if I hit start new sales lead, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see here that I'm going to put in Peter Parker for this one. So Peter Parker, it works at the Daily Bugle. I'll put that there. I'm going to put in a quick phone number here. happens to be the same. Superman and Peter Parker happen to be roommates, I guess. Source, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just put like Craigslist here for whatever reason. And then my status here is sent response. So because I have this status to sent response and I hit save and close, there's another script that runs. It's going to automatically send our initial email out, and it's also going to send out an email to the salesperson that it's assigned to, saying, hey, we got a new lead and here's the the information that you're going to be looking for. Let's go ahead and refresh this, and we'll see that it's assigned to Brian Walsh. The subject is followed by the Daily Bugle, Peter Parker, so that automatically created that activity. Now, in the case of workbooks, when you're creating an automation, it's looking for primary contact. So what we actually have our sales assistants do is they can go into the subject here, and then they can go ahead and add in the sales lead here. So we'll go ahead and put in the Daily Bugle there, and then we can hit save and close. And when we hit refresh, we've got the sales lead name there, and then when the salesperson comes in, he can just click on that. Now, if it's after this first activity is created, then it'll automatically continue to create that sales lead name in there, so that you can see that here with the Clark Kent sales lead name that happens. And that's how you can maximize your ease of use with the activity dashboards, and a combination of bringing the activities into the sales lead record. And as an FYI, we can also do that for opportunities as well. Thank you.